Hey, today we are going to talk about vaping, not from a health perspective, but from the socially related point of well-being as it based on your choice. To make an informed decision about whether to vape or not to vape, it is important to consider not only the potential benefits, but also the costs and potential risks. While vaping may offer some pleasurable experience over traditional smoking, most millennials and Gen Z considered vaping a socially acceptable, normal way to puff off pressure and enjoy life to the fullest. However, they seem not to fully aware of the potential long-term effects of vaping on their overall well-being. Your holistic well-being is important, and this is why you need to watch this educative video. In a neutral parlance, vaping is pleasurable to those who love to vape. Moreover, vaping safely is the best practice to enjoying a vaping mood. To vape safely, there are some social and environmental costs associated with vaping that need to be considered. As such, it is important to take a holistic approach when evaluating the decision to vape and to consider the impact it may have on both individuals and communities. Vaping pointers to the Gen Z vapers world, and producers of vaping products say it's safe to vape and should be socially accepted. They point to things like pointer number 1, variety of flavors. Vaping offers a wide range of e-liquid flavors, providing a more diverse and enjoyable experience compared to traditional cigarettes. These flavors enhance sensory pleasure, personalization, and customization, catering to individual tastes and moods. The availability of tobacco-flavored e-liquids provide a familiar experience for former smokers who prefer the taste of tobacco without the harmful effects of combustion. The variety of flavors in vaping also serves as a harm reduction strategy, as they can attract individuals who would otherwise choose traditional cigarettes. This also encourages smokers to switch to a less harmful alternative. Additionally, the variety of flavors in vaping has contributed to the growth of vaping communities and socialization among vapers. However, to vape safely, responsible flavor regulation and marketing practices are essential to ensure the flavors are enjoyed by legal adult vapers and do not appeal to non-smokers or underage individuals. Pointer number 2. Vaping helps in harm reduction. Harm reduction is an approach that aims to minimize the negative consequences of certain behaviors or substances. In the context of smoking, harm reduction strategies aim to reduce the health risks and overall harm caused by tobacco use. Vaping eliminates the combustion process, which releases toxic byproducts and carcinogenic substances, which are responsible for many health problems associated with smoking. Some research studies have suggested that the levels of toxicants and carcinogens found in e-cigarette aerosols are significantly lower compared to those in cigarette smoke. Public Health England, an executive agency of the UK Department of Health and Social Care, published a comprehensive evidence review in 2015, stating that e-cigarettes are estimated to be around 95% less harmful than traditional cigarettes. Pointer number 3. Vaping helps in reduced chemical exposure. Traditional cigarettes release toxic chemicals like tar, carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, benzene, and carcinogens, which can cause respiratory problems. Vaping devices heat an e-liquid, which is typically propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, optional, flavorings and additives, and transform it into an aerosol or vapor. This reduces the levels of toxicants and carcinogens found in e-cigarette aerosols compared to cigarette smoke. However, vaping does not eliminate all potential risks. The primary constituents of e-cigarette aerosols are propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin, which are generally recognized as safe for inhalation. Nicotine, an addictive substance in many e-liquids, is also a concern. Still, it is the combustion process and other chemicals in tobacco smoke that contribute to smoking-related health issues. Pointer number 4. Potential smoking cessation aid. Vaping has gained attention as a potential smoking cessation aid, offering smokers an alternative method to transition away from traditional smoking or gradually reduce their nicotine dependence. Its key advantages include delivering nicotine without harmful chemicals, providing a source of nicotine without the need to burn tobacco, and offering gradual nicotine reduction. Vaping also allows smokers the flexibility to control their nicotine intake by choosing e-liquids with varying nicotine concentrations, allowing them to gradually wean off nicotine and potentially break the addiction cycle. Behavioral and ritual replacement is another benefit of vaping. It replicates the hand-to-mouth motion, inhaling and exhaling motions, and the sensation of throat hit associated with smoking, making the transition less challenging. Vaping can also help manage social triggers by providing an alternative that allows individuals to engage in similar activities without the negative health consequences. Pointer number 5, odor reduction. Vaping involves heating an e-liquid, resulting in vapor that is inhaled and exhaled by the user. This produces vapor, which has a milder and more discreet aroma compared to traditional smoking. This reduced odor can be advantageous for individuals who are sensitive to smoke or prefer to avoid the strong and persistent smell associated with traditional smoking. However, vaping's aroma from flavored e-liquids can still be detectable in certain circumstances, so individuals should be mindful of their surroundings and any specific rules or regulations related to vaping. Pointer number 6, control over nicotine intake. Vaping is a nicotine delivery system that allows users to control the nicotine content in their e-liquids, offering a range of options in nicotine concentrations. These e-liquids come in various nicotine strengths, from high concentrations to lower levels, and some also come in nicotine-free options. The flexibility in controlling nicotine content provides several benefits, including gradual nicotine reduction, customized nicotine delivery, and nicotine-free options. Gradual nicotine reduction is helpful for those looking to decrease their dependence on nicotine and quit vaping. Customized nicotine delivery allows users to find a balance that satisfies cravings and provides a similar experience to smoking. You must, however, know that nicotine is an addictive substance, and individuals should approach vaping with caution, considering the overall goal of reducing or achieving nicotine cessation and vape safely. Pointer number 7, convenience and portability. Vaping devices offer numerous advantages, including their convenience and portability, making them ideal for on-the-go use. These compact, lightweight devices are designed to be easy to carry in pockets, purses, or bags, eliminating the need for traditional smoking paraphernalia. On-the-go use allows individuals to satisfy their nicotine cravings at any time and in various settings, making them suitable for busy individuals or those who prefer a more discreet method. Vaping devices emit vapor instead of smoke, making them more convenient in public and indoor spaces. The vapor dissipates quickly, leaving no lingering smoke or strong odor. This makes vaping an inclusive and adaptable option for those with busy lifestyles or those seeking a discreet alternative. It is essential to be mindful of local regulations, restrictions, and etiquette. Respecting these guidelines and considering others' preferences and sensitivities is crucial for a positive vaping experience for both vapers and non-vapers. Pointer number 8, social acceptance. Vaping offers several advantages over traditional smoking, including reduced social stigma, adaptability to various settings, perception of harm reduction as earlier stated, and supportive vaping communities. Vaping is often viewed as a less harmful alternative to smoking, providing a more positive perception among both smokers and non-smokers. This adaptability allows vapers to enjoy their nicotine cravings without isolation or searching for designated smoking areas. The perception of harm reduction also contributes to vaping's greater social acceptance. It is essential for vapers to be mindful and respectful of their surroundings, local regulations, and individual preferences to maintain a positive vaping experience. Associated cost of vaping comes with its own cost, and it will be essential to talk or discuss about it in this video to portray a balance or neutral view. Vaping may have significant cost on your health. The health community warns that vaping can lead to lung inflammation and various respiratory problems, including lung disease and irreversible lung damage. According to the American Lung Association, vaping can also cause popcorn lung, a condition where the airways in the lungs become damaged and scarred. This damage can lead to a chronic cough, shortness of breath, and wheezing. More so, vaping can increase the risk of developing pneumonia, bronchitis, and other respiratory infections. Studies have also shown that vaping can impair the immune system's ability to fight off infections, making it harder for the body to recover from illnesses. Economic costs of vaping. As vaping continues to gain popularity, the healthcare costs associated with treating vaping-related illnesses are also increasing. A study conducted by the American Heart Association found that treating illnesses related to e-cigarette use could cost up to $15.5 billion annually in the United States alone. This is a significant burden on the healthcare system and ultimately affects taxpayers and insurance premiums. There are also economic costs associated with lost productivity due to vaping-related illnesses. It is important to consider these costs when evaluating the impact of vaping on society. Vaping-related illnesses could affect the workforce productivity. Vaping-related illnesses cause decreased productivity and absenteeism, impacting employers, co-workers, and the company's overall productivity. The economic impact extends beyond healthcare costs, requiring temporary workers or overtime payments, financial burden on families and society due to vaping-related illnesses and deaths. The financial burden on families and society due to vaping-related illnesses and deaths cannot be overlooked. As more and more individuals are hospitalized and require long-term medical care, the costs associated with treatment can quickly add up. This can lead to financial strain for families and even impact the overall economy as healthcare costs rise. The emotional toll on families and communities cannot be ignored. Losing a loved one to a preventable illness is devastating, and the fear and uncertainty surrounding vaping-related illnesses can create anxiety and stress for individuals and families. The impact of these tragedies can be felt for years to come as families and communities struggle to cope with the aftermath. It is clear that the vaping epidemic is not just a health issue, but a social and economic one as well. So when you need to vape, vape safely. Environmental costs could arise from vaping. The production and disposal of vaping devices and cartridges contribute to electronic waste, which can harm the environment and human health. The manufacturing process for vaping devices also requires significant amounts of energy and resources, further exacerbating the environmental impact. The use of disposable vaping products, such as e-cigarettes and pods, has led to an increase in litter and pollution. These environmental costs must be taken into consideration when evaluating the overall impact of vaping on society. Impact on air quality and pollution is a major concern with the use of vaping products. Studies have shown us that vaping releases harmful chemicals into the air, including formaldehyde and acrolein. These chemicals can have negative effects on both human health and the environment. As the popularity of vaping continues to rise, it is important to consider the impact on air quality and take steps to mitigate these effects. Overall, it is crucial to be aware of the potential negative effects of vaping on air quality and take responsible actions to reduce its impact. Negative impact on youth and adolescent development. Moreover, vaping can have a negative impact on the development of youth and adolescents. The use of nicotine during these critical stages of development can lead to long-term cognitive and behavioral issues. It can also increase the risk of addiction to other substances later in life. Despite efforts to regulate the sale of vaping products to minors, many young people still have easy access to these products. This highlights the need for continued education and prevention efforts to protect the health and well-being of our youth. Vaping safely is possible. It is important for individuals to make informed decisions about their use of vaping products and to consider the potential risks before starting or continuing to vape. Additionally, regulations and policies around vaping are evolving, and it is essential to stay up to date on any changes that may impact the safety and legality of these products. These may include increased regulation, education campaigns, and access to support and treatment services for those struggling with addiction. By taking a comprehensive approach, we can work towards reducing the prevalence of vaping and promoting healthier choices for individuals and communities.